So, first of all, let me say, shout out Team Rob. Mad love to everybody that supports me every week. Mad love to the people who follow me on Facebook, the people who follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I don't do much on Twitter, but mad love to everybody that supports anything that I do. Mad love to y'all. All right. I do want to ask y'all though, can we talk about this for a second? This whole Beyonce at the Grammys performing, pregnant as hell. I didn't watch the performance. I didn't watch the Grammys. I'm not into shit like that. I think it's kind of odd that we watch them, just to be honest. I mean, if I was kin to them and that was my, representative of my family, maybe I would watch it. But I mean, we just watch it just cause to further along in the idol worship that we have been programmed to, be a part of. It's this group thought, people act this certain way about famous people. We all know this, right? So apparently Beyonce is now conjuring up or embodying the body or the spirit of Oshun. All right. If you don't know who Oshun is, I pulled it up right here to make sure. I mean, it's quite simple, and I'll go on to explain further here. Oshun, this is what Black folk, even the pro-Black pages, everybody's pumping Beyonce as this representative of this African goddess, Oshun, which she's the goddess of beauty, love, prosperity, order, and fertility. All right. She is an African goddess. Now, understand that the African spiritual system was jacked by the Greeks and the Romans. When you study Greek mythology, actually, I'm going to be honest with y'all, this is one of the most interesting subjects to me, being in school, just learning these different stories about your Hercules, your Zeuses, your, Aphrodite, all these different stories that they came out with. That shit started in Africa. All right. This polytheistic mentality that we had, where we had different gods and goddesses that were responsible for different things. I mean, we look at somebody that would be worship Greek mythology and we'll call them motherfuckers crazy as hell. But they jacked that from us, right? It was more of a spiritual thing. Like, I don't know who responsible for it, so I'm gonna give it a name, I'm gonna give it a embodiment, and I'm gonna give it a story. This is what happened with Oshun. Now Black folk got wind of the, I guess, imagery of Oshun in the yellow dress, and they said that she was conjuring her back on Lemonade. All right, this is the first time. This is when it really started. When she was on Lemonade, I think it was the, God, what was the name of the song? She walking the street with the bag, got the yellow dress on. People started acting like, well, clearly she's representing the African goddess Oshun. Clearly, just look at her. Blonde hair, bleached looking skin, yellow dress, that gotta be her. I know Beyonce, she's something clever, right? Real clever, Beyonce is. People gave her this, like she gave her this idea. I ain't gonna say gave it to her, but they kind of had the idea on their own. And then at the Grammys, she's here in some, gold and yellow shit with her belly, pregnant belly out. She's pregnant with twins. With her pregnant belly out performing at the Grammys, people, these pro-Black people were sitting around talking about, here she go again, repping Oshun. Yeah, right. And just because it's African doesn't make it less ridiculous. That's one thing that, I mean, I don't consider myself anything, but I'm not going to sit around and act like, well, if I call her Oshun instead of Aphrodite, then that makes it real for me. I'm not going to do that. Either way, I know it's not real. It was stories that came out. People want to, read them, gain something good out of it, just like fucking Christianity with the religion, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it helps you out, do what you got to do, but the shit's not real. Some people took offense to me saying it's not real. But one thing I'm mad about, Black people about, and a lot of these pro-Black, conscious Blacks, is that y'all are saying that Beyonce is doing this And she ain't telling y'all she doing this. She ain't said nothing to y'all. Hasn't, you know, called y'all up and gave y'all the motherfucking play. She didn't do that for any of you. But we so desperately looking for somebody to represent Black history, Black knowledge, that we'll put this on her. This is her cross to bear, no pun intended. We're gonna put this on her, and she ain't said shit about it. Like, in my mind, you know, I have to look at everything, and I'm looking at people, and I understand the thirst. I get it. We want somebody, you know, to be repping. But Beyonce ain't told y'all that. She ain't told a beehive no shit like that. Y'all just throwing it on her. And I don't respect that shit. I don't respect the idol worship coming from y'all, appointing her as this person. I don't respect that shit at all, because she hasn't come out and professed her, you know, recognition or her representation of any African goddess. Not once. Y'all made her a Black Panther for the Super Bowl shit, for her little information shit. And here she is, blonde weaved up, but she's, you know, this is Black Panther because she did this. Y'all appointed her as that. Now she's repping the African goddess, Oshun. All because y'all said so, not because she said so. And she doesn't have any problem with repping for what she believes in. If I'm not mistaken, Beyonce is a fucking Christian of some kind. At least this is the front that she puts out here. People don't have a problem thanking God and Jesus, and, you know, people don't have a problem doing that. But when it comes to some African goddess or anything African in its origin, things have to be assumed. Y'all have to assume she's repping Oshun. Have to assume that, like, Google search works for me. You type in Oshun, she could see it. The first time y'all was telling her that she was her, I'm sure she had to look this shit up. She had to. And if it was something that she was going to do, then she would have came out here like, yeah, I'm repping that. That's, you know, it was coincidental the first time, but now that I've done the knowledge, this is what I'm repping. On Twitter, on Facebook, have one of her PR people put the word out, nothing. Y'all took it and ran with it. And just to worship Beyonce, even you pro-conscious Blacks, supposedly pro-conscious Blacks, are still putting her up and idolizing her because now she's representing an African fucking goddess. This is where we are in 2017. Common sense and, you know, deductive reason, all this shit's out the fuck. There's no point in even trying with this shit at this point. Because even when I state this and I say this, people get mad. You better not be disrespecting Oshun, the Orishas. It's not real. I mean, I get it, but that doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't make any sense. And y'all defended Beyonce like she really repping for y'all. At the Grammys. Y'all still get mad when people don't win Grammys, when Black folk don't win. Y'all still feeling some type of way about that. Still, even though we know who runs the Grammys, who controls the Grammys, y'all still get mad. Because they gave it to Adele for Best Album of the Year and didn't give it to Beyonce for Lemonade. Y'all pro-Blacks also like to be extra and unrealistic. And that's why I can't respect a lot of you motherfuckers. Because now all of a sudden, Adele can't sing worth a fuck. She ain't worth a damn. 25 wasn't shit. I listened to Lemonade. 25 is a better album than Lemonade, if you ask me. That is just me. I won't go as far as to say Beyonce is not talented, but I haven't appointed her as my fucking savior. I'm not going to sit around and say that somebody else can't sing or she got robbed. Beyonce done won a lot of fucking Grammys. Little do y'all know, they fuck with Beyonce. All right? That's just truth be told. You can't think it's y'all Black folk that made her the queen bee. You can't believe that. I mean, white folk like Beyonce. She's been poking at him a little bit, especially with that Black Power, Black Panther thing she did. She poked at him a little bit, but she went back and sit her ass down. She didn't keep her fucking fist up going strong, running through that bitch like, fuck y'all. She didn't do that. That's what we've been doing. There would be foot soldiers out here. That's what we do. That's our obligation to the people. Y'all don't make, these people make that type of obligation to the people. Y'all want to assume things for them. And they can still be a part of the team based on assumption and garb and costume. That's what a lot of this shit is. These motherfuckers not about that life for real. Or she'd be educating about Oshun and the system that was in place in Africa that caused this mythology, these stories to be jacked by the Greeks and the fucking Romans. That would be something she might want to say something about. I want to bring this to light. I want black people to know about this. Y'all don't require that of Beyonce. And then y'all gonna cry when she lose to Adele, like that's black folks Grammys or something. And she's won plenty. If you just do your fucking research. But this is where we are right now. Black people reaching, searching, trying to find somebody on that side that's going to come rep for the team. It's sad. And y'all need to fucking stop. Beyonce ain't giving a fuck about none of the shit y'all talking about. Nothing that y'all talking about. When y'all big her up for whatever, pro-black thing, she don't give a fuck about none of that. Or she come out and thank you or something. Not happening. Not happening. So we need to stop doing that shit. If a motherfucker don't come out of their fucking mouth and say that they are down for the fucking team, then let's just stop drafting motherfuckers off of, articles and sentences and things like that. If they're not about that life consistently, then we need to stop drafting them. Can we do that in 2017? Beyonce not down with the team. She's not down like that. Maybe they won't let her be down like that. Maybe they won't let her go full blown in. Some of y'all like to make that excuse as well. She just can't, Robert. She just can't. She'll lose everybody. Y'all say shit like that to justify why people can't come out here and be about knowledge. This is y'all's excuses. Y'all still trusting this shit. Y'all still believing in this shit. Y'all believe in these famous people for little moments of them acting like they're aligned with you or have your best interest at heart. We weak for it. Y'all been waiting too long for a savior. And that motherfucker ain't coming. Not through Obama like y'all thought. Damn sure not through Beyonce at all. In no type of way. So what the fuck are y'all still doing? Reaching. That doesn't make any sense to me. At all. Let me read some of y'all's. Read some of y'all's comments. This week I'm going to do better. I know last week I kind of... Let me get to some of y'all's comments over here. Oh, shit. Mad love to everybody that's in here. In the chat. Going in. Somebody said Adele is the better artist. It's a matter of opinion, I think Beyonce is a hell of a performer. I think that. Right. Brittany says Beyonce is only focused on her money. That's absolutely right. Like all these other rich motherfuckers, they focused on their money. That's what it's all about. Black Flower says Adele's, hold on, lost it, hold on. Okay. Adele's album sold more and it was more popular, but these crazy ass Beyonce fans don't want to admit the truth. It's hard, man. It's hard for people, especially when they really, really, I guess, like or are fans of somebody or some shit like that. Like, it's hard for people to deal with the harsh reality. Now, I wouldn't, and ain't nobody dancing and singing and shit better than Beyonce at the same time. Like, she got that shit on lock, but I don't understand people. I don't understand. Right. People, they worship Beyonce to, she has churches out that I've talked about on here before. I mean, and the power she has to sway people and say little stuff and people kind of, be down with it or whatever like that. I mean, it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive. It's sad at the same time. Like, get the fuck out of here. This doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Somebody said Adele's album was not more popular. That's not true. With the way Beyonce dropped her CD, she didn't drop it. She did some old internet, saying just shocking the fan type shit or whatever, y'all. She did hers like that. That's just real life. And then Adele gets up there during her speech and pays homage to Beyonce. She does that. Then a white comedian dude, what's the white man's name? Something Owen. Gary Owen, maybe Gary Owen. He came out and said Adele is invited to black cookouts now. Because y'all appointed him as some black dude at some point. At some point, y'all appointed him as a black dude. He came out and said they got a lot of flack for that, for saying that shit. It's pretty ridiculous. Right, some of y'all know what it is. Beyonce just want to make her money and go home, nothing more. A Deja. Y'all know what it's all about, money. And we got to understand that. I mean, we got to understand this is the reason why these people won't come out here and stand unapologetically. It's all about money. I mean, we know that. So, it's almost odd to see people continuously throw an African goddess on Beyonce who walks around with bleached fucking looking skin. I'm not going to say she's bleaching it, but she looks a lot lighter when she gets done with her shit. You know what I'm saying? And long ass blonde hair. And I don't want to hear this shit about African and albino. There's some Africans that are born with blonde hair and albinos born with blonde hair. Beyonce wasn't. I mean, I got to look at this argument from people saying this, even though Beyonce wasn't. I don't understand that argument to save the fact that she walks around in long blonde weave most of the time. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. D. Tubman says Beyonce is married to a black man with a strong black family. Fuck Adele. Word. Now, would Beyonce's family make a statement like that for you? It's the question you have to ask yourself. I get the visual of black. I get that. I understand that captivates us. I get it. This is how they got us with Obama and Michelle and their children. I get the visual. But are they down? If you got shot tomorrow, killed and unarmed for whatever reason by the cops or some shit like that, would they speak on your behalf and say, fuck somebody for you? Because we'll do it for them. Just off the strength of them being black, even though if you study the fucking history, there have been so many fucking black sellouts that it doesn't make any sense. Most black movements, even back on the fucking plantation, there were sellouts. Black, nonetheless, still sellouts. I ain't repping their family. I can't. Again, I get it, but I can't. I really, really can't with y'all and y'all's devotion and dedication to things that look black. And I get that. But if they're not standing with you all the time, then that blackness means not. Like, it means not. They're down for everybody. Same thing y'all did with Obama. Y'all said, oh, he ain't black folk president just because he's black. He's everybody's president. Beyonce's everybody's entertainer. She ain't repping for y'all just because she black. It's not real. I'm just saying. Solange does keep it. Some of y'all shouting out Solange. Solange, she keeps it, she'll at least, she tweets and says stuff that's at least on the edge of standing up for the motherfucking people. She tweeted something. Actually, I saw it and I didn't post it, but she said something like, I'm not going to quote it directly, but she said there was the amount of black performers at the Grammys, and it was like over 400, and the amount of black winners or something like that at the Grammys, and it was a smaller number. So basically saying that they'll get y'all to come on there and perform, but they're not going to give y'all awards like that. Solange saying some shit like that. Beyonce don't even say, even cleverly worded shit like that, she won't say no shit like that. But we riding for her. She Oshun to us now. She repping. She done conjured up a goddess now. Like, do y'all know how ridiculous y'all sound? Like, what the fuck? How are people supposed to look at us and respect that we're serious about this shit? How? When our queen is not standing on any ground and has long ass blonde weave and shit on all the time. That's the queen of black folk. Interesting. Interesting.